This video is proof that those who truly want something will find a way, and those who don't will find excuses. For the past year and a half, I've been trying to build my own business from absolute scratch. And even though I have no idea what I'm doing, every single day I take action towards what I believe will bring me closer to my dream. I always knew that the entrepreneur's life wouldn't be easy. There's no clear roadmap, and there will always be obstacles testing whether you're truly committed to your dream. And I swear there have been many times when I've cried, when I've been frustrated, when I've doubted myself. But there is one thing that has kept me going, and I'm going to share it with you in this video. I come from absolutely nothing, literally nothing. I come from an immigrant family that moved to Spain, and we had to pick up furniture from the streets just to furnish an apartment we shared with other people. My life has never been filled with luxury, not even clothes. And 2 years ago, I was literally counting pennies just to buy food because I couldn't afford anything else. But I always asked myself, if others can do it, why can't I? Why? If you are in a similar situation, whether you're trying to build something or you are still figuring out how to start, let me tell you something. There's no greater failure than living a life you're not proud of. For many years, I lived an ordinary life, surrounded by ordinary people, studying things in university that I knew I would never need, working to build someone else's dream, with no clear direction, partying, drinking, hanging around people who added nothing to my life, waking up without motivation, angry at the world for no reason. That was the most mediocre life one can live. And it made me feel empty. Nothing made sense. And I had no idea how to change my situation until one day I had enough. I had enough of being around the same people who only talked about meaningless things. I had enough of working for others. I had enough of living in a place that didn't make me happy. I had enough of living like everyone else, waking up at 7 a.m., commuting nearly 2 hours to a job where I felt undervalued, where I felt like I wasn't doing anything for myself. I had enough of so many things that were slowly destroying me. And that's when I started asking myself, what is my why? Why was I born into this world? Why did all these things happen to me? Why am I angry at life? Why don't I like what I do? Why do I still not know what I want to do with my life? Why don't I like my life? These questions started flooding my mind, and I couldn't stop thinking about them. And now I want you to imagine something. Imagine you're the captain of a ship, lost in the middle of the ocean. No map, no compass, no idea where you're going. At first, you just float, the sun is shining, the waves are gentle, and everything seems fine. But over time, something starts to feel off. The ocean currents pull you further and further away without you realizing it. Day after day, you drift further from any possible destination. You have no control over where the wind takes you. You just exist, lost at sea. That is exactly what happens to a person without a purpose. At first, it doesn't seem like a problem. You wake up, you go to work, hang out with friends, watch Netflix, follow your routine. But deep inside, there's a void, a feeling that something isn't right, that you're lacking direction. And that void, over time, starts consuming everything else. If you don't have a clear destination, life will choose it for you. A job you hate, empty relationships, a life that repeats itself day after day without meaning. And what's the worst part? There will come a moment when you will look back and ask yourself, how did I get here? But there's a way out. The simple act of choosing a direction changes everything. You don't need to know exactly how to get there. You just need a point on the horizon, a purpose, a reason to wake up every morning with energy instead of resignation. Because life is not meant to be drifted through. It is meant to be navigated. And you are the captain. But here's the question. Will you keep letting the waves carry you wherever? Or will you take control and steer towards the life you truly want? Once you realize the importance of having a purpose to define it, you will go through the same process as me. One day I sat down and truly analyzed what I was good at, what I was passionate about, and what made sense to me. All these questions I asked myself, I talked about in a previous YouTube video, so you can watch it after this one. Ideas started flooding my mind. Ideas I had never considered before. Answers I never imagined were already inside me. Talents or abilities I had always ignored, but that suddenly became clear. Everything changed the moment I decided to look within. This process wasn't quick, obviously. In fact, it took me a long time to wake up, and it took me a long time to take action. In one of my previous videos, I talked about two fundamental laws of my life, the law of being and the law of doing. One without the other doesn't work, and that's what I started applying. Both had never birthed deep within me for so long, and I had never even realized it. I didn't know who I was, what I liked, what I was good at. I had never asked myself. And on the other hand, I didn't know how to take action. I had never stepped outside of what was normal. I had always done what I was told because I was taught to obey. But the moment I went deep within myself, the key I mentioned at the beginning of the video revealed itself. And that key was my purpose. My purpose arrived. And even before I was aware of it, I had already tattooed it on my skin. You'll see. And this is how life and God work. I started seeing life differently. I realized that if I didn't take action now, I would regret it for the rest of my life. I would regret not trying something different, something I was passionate about. And so I started without knowing how. I took small steps every day towards fulfilling my purpose. And I kept going. I never stopped. I don't know exactly how to get there, but I know where I'm headed. And that's what matters. Having that purpose, that why behind everything, that is what gives life meaning. That is what keeps you moving forward. Even when most of the time, you don't even know how. And look, this is my most honest advice to you. If what you're doing right now doesn't give you chills just thinking about it, if it doesn't make your skin tingle or your eyes widen with excitement, then that's not where you're meant to be. Life is too short to live it empty, without emotion, without meaning. Do what you love. Don't let go of the life you've always dreamed of. You have no idea how far you can go. We always underestimate ourselves and fail to realize how powerful we can truly be if we set our minds to it. Dream, discover yourself, and take action. Without action and without self-awareness, you will continue living on autopilot, just as you were before watching this video. And if you think what I'm saying makes no sense and that I'm crazy, leave right now this video and keep living your life as you have been. But if even the smallest part of this resonated with you, start questioning things. Analyze yourself. There's nothing more powerful than truly knowing yourself, setting goals, and respecting yourself so much that you refuse to settle for mediocrity. Being excellent means doing what you were meant to do, simply because that is who you are. That is what's truly worth living for, not a life dictated by society. Think about it. Sending you my best. Bye.